Did you know that one of the biggest mistakes artists can make with colour pencils is trying to get bright, smooth colour too quickly? It seems logical to press hard and blend everything together straight away, but that's often what causes flowers to lose their depth and realism. Instead of soft, velvety petals, you end up with a flat colour and very little dimension. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this flower was completed using colour pencils and how you can create vibrant colour, realistic depth, and that beautiful smooth petal texture without losing any of the details. When creating a botanic drawing like this, there are really two main goals. The first is achieving bright colours, clean highlights, and realistic depth. The second is creating a smooth pencil blend that gives the petal that soft, velvety appearance. The challenge is that these two goals can sometimes work against each other. To get an ultra smooth blend, you usually need to burnish the pencils with firm pressure. Burnishing helps fill the tooth of the paper and creates that polished finish. However, if you start pressing too hard too early before you've built up enough layers, the colour can become thick, flat, and overly bold. The secret is to building your colours gradually. Instead of trying to reach the final colour immediately, apply very light layers of pencil and slowly increase the strength of each shade. This layering process creates a much more natural, three-dimensional effect. If you look closely at the flower, you'll notice that none of the colours are completely flat. Even with a single petal, there are subtle variations in value, temperature, and saturation. Some areas are warmer, some are cooler, some are lighter, and others sit deep in shadow. Capturing those transitions is what gives the flower its realistic appearance. To begin, I lay the pencils one colour at a time, gradually building up tones with smooth, controlled applications. For flowers of this size, I prefer to work one petal at a time. This allows me to focus on specific colours, tones, and textures within each section without becoming overwhelmed by the entire drawing. Working petal by petal also makes it much easier to establish a consistent layering process. Sometimes finding the correct colour isn't as simple as selecting one pencil. It often takes several layers of different colours to create the exact shade that you're seeing in the reference. Once you've figured out the colour combination for one petal, it's much easier to continue around the flower using the same approach. The paper you're using will also affect how much blending and layering is required. Some papers have more tooth and can hold more layers of pencil, while smoother papers may fill up more quickly. Understanding how your paper behaves will help you determine when to keep layering and when it's time to start blending. So when I talk about layering colours, I don't mean adding different colours at once. I often layer the same colours over each other multiple times. For example, in the areas where the pink transitions into purple, I may alternate between light magenta and purple violet several times. Each layer deepens the colour and creates a richer, more luminous appearance. In the cooler sections of the petal where the flower begins to turn away from the light, I blend with the cold grey one. This softens the colour transition and helps create those subtle cool shadows and add realism. As the colour builds, I start paying closer attention to the finer details. You'll notice there are delicate veins running through many of the petals. For these, I use an extremely light pressure with some of the darker purples and blues. The goal isn't to draw harsh lines, but to suggest those details gently so they remain integrated into the petal. After placing the veins, I lightly blend over them so they appear naturally embedded within the flower rather than sitting on top of the surface. This is a small detail, but it makes a huge difference to the overall realism. Once most of the colour is established and I've built enough layers in each section, that's when I move on to burnishing. At this stage, I begin using firmer pressure with the pencils to push the pigment down into the paper. Because the colour has already been developed through multiple soft layers, burnishing smooths everything together without flattening the form. This is where that soft, velvety petal texture really starts to appear. You'll notice the transitions become smoother, the colours become richer, and the surface takes on a much more polished look. The final step is refining the highlights. To do this, I use the soft, white, waxy pencil. The brand I'm using here is Holbein, which works beautifully for adding those finishing touches. The white pencil allows me to strengthen highlights, soft transitions, and create some of the opaque qualities you can see throughout the petals. These small highlights help bring the flower to life and create that fresh, luminous appearance that draws the viewer's eye. And that's really the key to creating realistic botanical drawings with colour pencil. Don't rush the blending stage, build your colours slowly, work in light layers, pay attention to subtle shifts in tone, and save the heavier pressure for the final stages. By allowing the colour to develop gradually, you're achieving bright colours, stronger depth, and ultimately a much more realistic flower. Remember, this is a full real-time tutorial on Patreon. I'll put the link in the description. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments which botanical subject you would like to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.